One thing I've noticed just generally about the internet, it's just driven by In this episode of The Edge, we are going to be taking a look at direct placement advertisements and how to do them. Hey guys, this is Jason with adskills.com, and today's episode is going to be a little bit different because it's not so much about the company that's advertising and breaking down their whole strategy. I was more inspired to cover the topic of a certain type of ad placement because I believe it will open up a lot of possibilities for you guys to advertise your products. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ad. As I'm often doing, I'm looking at big websites to see new ads, get a little inspiration. And so I went to CNN.com. It's a massive website, which you'll see in a moment. But the ad right here is by Ancestry.com. This is what I would consider a native style placement with an extra layer of nativeness, if you will, right? So this ad unit looks a little bit different right here. When you click on it, you're going to come to this page right here, which is actually hosted on CNN. So how this is different than a lot of native ads that you might see being placed through Taboola or Microsoft is that this one is hosted natively, the article itself, on CNN.com. So when you're looking at the article, it's an article on CNN.com. A lot of times when you're using services like Taboola, they're just going to click straight over to your website. So I think that adds another degree of nativeness, maybe some authority to this ad. They're doing an Ancestry DNA promotion here, now only $59. So we have a headline here, large image featuring the product, and pretty quickly they have a call to action with the product and get the discount right here. I think discounts for a lot of businesses are still great calls to action. Of course, you're not going to see Porsche and Rolex and Ferrari advertising discounts. Those are really luxury brands. But a lot of our economy is driven by discounts, right? Ancestry DNA, why not give them a discount? Here's some copy really just explaining what the company is, what the product is. Here's a note about the holiday sale. So it's November 28th through December 31st. So they're doing a promotion for about a month there. And I see here that they have links to other sponsored content by Ancestry.com. And those are still going to load up on CNN, right? So these are just different advertorials. And just wanted to show quickly here, when I say CNN gets a lot of traffic, here's their last 3 months of traffic. September, October, November. They're pushing on 2 billion views on their site in that frame of time. One thing I've noticed just generally about the internet, it's just driven by news. Just what's happening, what happened yesterday, what did Kim Kardashian and Kanye West do yesterday afternoon, right? So that's what drives the internet. So it makes sense that one of these really large known news companies gets a lot of views. So now back to my point about direct advertising placements. These can be really great if you just think you need to go a step further in reaching and connecting with your target market. So let's just look at a few examples. Right, so let's say if you're in the marketing niche, you have a marketing product about social media, paid ads, anything like that. People in our space sell a lot of products. So if you wanted to do a direct placement, you're going to see right away, I came to Social Media Examiner. They have a tab here called Partner With Us. So you can sponsor their podcast, an email sponsorship, or an event sponsorship. A lot of times when I talk about email advertising, people ask, well, how do I do that? How do I even find the newsletters? Right there. If you want to find their newsletter and you can find out what their product's about. It doesn't look like they have sponsored posts on their site, but all of these really fit in the category of what I would call direct placements, where you're just paying the company, right? You're not going through Google to then advertise on their website or some other means like native ads. You're just working with them directly. Let's take a look at another niche, the financial niche. This is a big site in the finance space. Of course, you see right here that you can buy ads through Google and place on their site because they're putting those units on their site. You can also do direct placements. When I scroll to the bottom, this is the way you find it on most websites. You're going to find advertising. And you can get their media kit and see what all they offer, which I know they offer direct placements on their site, email, and different things like that. Let's cover a couple more niches. So let's say back pain. Spinehealth.com is a big site that I've ran Google ads on this site, but if you wanted to advertise with these guys, you would click here and then you could find out what they offer. I want to do one more example to cover niches that are very hard, if not impossible, due to compliance. Like you would have a really hard time trying to get ads through on Facebook or Google. You probably couldn't do it. And if you did, you'd probably get shut down pretty quickly because it would be against their policies. Let's say you were trying to reach gun owners. I've heard a lot of people talk about this. They just can't figure out how to advertise, right? So I just did a quick Google search, guns.com. Again, I'm going to come down to the bottom of their website, advertise with us, right? So on their website here, they're not giving a media kit out, but they do give an email of someone you can reach out to, and they'll be in touch with you to go over all their advertising opportunities, right? Whatever type of product you have, there's probably a way to advertise it. Just most of the time in the digital space, our minds go to the big 2 or 3. Meta, Google, maybe TikTok, and that's it. But there are thousands of ways to reach your customers. All right, guys, I hope you found it insightful. I hope you enjoyed it. This is Jason signing off, and I'll see you in the next episode of The Edge.